Discover your inner wisdom using intuition, logic, and common sense to make your best choices. By Char Margolis with Victoria St. George. Narrated by Renée Raudman. Copyright 2008 by Char Communications Incorporated. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Fireside Books, a division of Simon & Schuster Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2008 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Forward. Char Margolis is a good friend, a respected colleague, and someone whom I have admired for a long time. So when I was asked to write a blurb for the back cover of this book, I was so honored and excited that I offered to write the foreword. When I was 15 and embarking on my own spiritual journey, just like the one you may be on if you are listening to this audiobook, I became fascinated by psychic phenomena and spiritual philosophy. I read everything I could get my hands on that would help me to understand the world of energy in which we all live. I met a lot of psychics on my path and realized that I was different from many of them. More important, I realized that I didn't want to be like them in any way. It seemed as if they were acting psychic rather than being psychic. They did readings because they had read a book about it, yet their psychic information was no greater than what you'd find in a fortune cookie. 20 years ago, our society was not as evolved spiritually as it is today. The mainstream media wouldn't readily embrace psychic phenomena or mediumship in the same way it's discussed now. But a handful of people were educating the public about energy, intuition, and psychic abilities. And yes, they were talking to spirits. One of those groundbreaking people is the author of this book, Char Margolis. The first time I saw Char on television was on a very famous daytime talk show that featured a panel of psychics who were discussing their abilities and doing readings. I had been doing this work for maybe 2 years and felt confident in my own abilities. I also felt that I was a good judge of what was real and what was not. This show took an abrupt turn when a man in the audience stood and announced that he was a psychic buster and was there to expose all the psychics as frauds. He whipped off his fake beard, took off his glasses, and held up his book, which he was promoting. The audience was aghast, and I winced at the energy of the whole experience. But as a professional watching this debacle, I was so thankful that I was not on that panel.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?